Welcome to Engineers Academy. Subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon to receive the notification for the upcoming videos. We are going to solve this problem 253. So in this problem it is said that this is the mechanism. So this is cam and follower mechanism. So this is called cam and this is the follower, or this is the plunger, right? So when this cam rotates, if this cam rotates like this, so then what it will do, it will move this piston up and down. So it will oscillate this piston up and down, or this plunger up and down, right? So in this problem it is said that the spring loaded follower A, so this follower or this plunger, so this is A, the name of this plunger is A, bears against the circular portion of the cam until the lobe of the cam lifts the plunger, right? So it remains in contact with this lobe. This portion of the cam is called lobe, right? So the force required to lift the plunger is proportional to its vertical movement h from its lowest position, right? So the force applied, the force applied is directly proportional to the height, right? So the height is what? So the distance which the plunger moves up and down, right? So that is the height. So this force, the applied force, is directly proportional to this h, right? So it is said that for design purposes determine the angle theta. So we need to determine this angle theta, for which the moment of the contact force on the cam about the bearing is a maximum, right? So it is said that for design purpose we need to determine this theta, for which the moment of the contact force, so here will be the contact force on the cam. We need to find the moment of the force that is applied by the plunger on this cam, right? So that force will be directly acting downward, right? So that will be in the downward negative y direction, right? So if I draw that force, so this will be that force. So this will be that force, like this, right? So this will be that force. And now in the enlarged view, we can see this portion, this portion of this lobe, right? So it is said that in the enlarged view of the contact, neglect the small distance between the actual contact point and the end C of the lobe. So we need to neglect this. So this means that B and C points are same points, right? So we need to find the moment of this contact force about this point O on the cam, right? So here I have drawn this diagram. So here, as we can see, that this is the circular portion and this is the lobe, right? So this cam consists of a circular portion and a lobe portion, right? So as we can see that the radius of this circle is 40, right? So as we can see, this is theta, right? So when this theta is 0, so then this C point, this contact point, will be here somewhere, right? So this will be like this. So this C point will be here. So this means that this follower will be touching this circular portion, right? So this means that the lowest position of this plunger will be touching this circle, right? So it will touch this circle, and the surface of this plunger will be tangent to this circle, right? And when this theta is maximum, when this theta is 90, so when this theta is 90, so then this C point will be at its maximum location. So it will be somewhere here, right? So if I draw it, so it will be somewhere here, right? So then this plunger will be in contact here, right? So this will be the plunger position, right? So let's suppose if we say that this is the HI, or let's say if we say that this is HF and the lowest position is, let's suppose, HI, right? So how much will be the change in length? So this will be the change in length. So HF, the maximum length from O. So the maximum length the HF will be how much? So this will be from 0 to this point. So as we can see, this length is given, right? So this is 80 mm. So from origin this plunger can go until 80 mm, right? So we can write that H maximum or HF can be 80 mm, right? And at the lowest position, the H could be how much? The H could be 40, right? HI could be 40 from the origin, right? So I can write that this could be 40 mm. So this means that this cam will move this plunger by 80 minus 40 distance, right? So the change in h will be 80 minus 40, right? So this will be 40 mm. So what this plunger will do that it will oscillate this plunger, this follower, in a distance of 40 mm, right? So if we write the general equation of h, now let's suppose if this is the case, if at this instant in this position wherever the cam is at somewhere theta, right? So let's suppose if we say that this is delta h, right? So this length is delta h, right? So if we want to write a general equation for delta h, so how we will write? So we will write delta h, and this will be equal to this distance, this overall distance. Let me write OAB, right? So delta h will be AB, right? And let's suppose this is some point, right? So let me write that this is C point, right? So this will be C dash, right? So this OC distance and AC dash distance are same, right? So we can write that delta h will be AB minus AC dash, right? So AB is how much? AB, we do not know AB, but we know that this OB length is 80 mm. Let me draw this triangle here. So let me draw that this triangle is here, and if I join this, so this is 80, right? So then this length, if this is the triangle OAB, right, and if this is theta, so then this will be how much? So it will be 80 sine of theta, right? So this complete AB length is 80 sine of theta, so we can write 80 sine of theta, right, minus AC. So AC is how much? AC is 40, right? So we can write 40, this radius. So AC is radius and it is 40 mm, right? So this is the change in length. Now let's suppose if this cam is moving counterclockwise, let's suppose if it is moving in this direction, right? So when it moves like this, so then when this OB, this cam becomes vertical, let's suppose that C point is somewhere here, so then this plunger will be here, as we have discussed earlier, right? So when theta is 90, so then we can calculate this delta h. So when theta is 90 degrees, right, so then delta h will be how much? So it will be 80 sine of 90 is 1, so it will be 40, right? So this means that this is plus 40, right? So this is delta h is plus 40. So let's assume that this is our origin and this is the positive h direction, right? So if I say that this is positive h and this is the origin, so this means that when the cam is rotating counterclockwise, so from this origin it will travel how much distance? It will travel plus 40 mm distance, right? And then when it returns back, when it comes from this vertical to this horizontal position, when it rotates again in this direction, right? So then the 90 degree will decrease, and when the theta becomes 0, so then delta h will be equal to when theta is 0, right? So when theta is 0, so then sine of 0 is 0, so this will be 0 minus 40, so then this will be minus 40, right? So then this plunger will travel back downwards. So if this is the positive h direction, so then this direction is negative h direction. So this minus 40 means that in the opposite direction it will travel the same 40 mm but in the opposite direction. So this minus and plus only tells us the direction, right? So the plunger can only move 40 mm, so it will move 40 mm up and it will move 40 mm down, right? So now as we have discussed that this plunger will also apply a force on this cam profile, right? And that force will be vertical. So this will be that force that will be vertically downward, right? So we need to find the moment of this force, right? So if we find the moment of this force, so then I will have to write moment about O, so then it will be equal to F into the perpendicular distance, right? So then as it is given that this force is directly proportional to the distance traveled from the lowest position, right? So if I, instead of h, if I write delta h, right, since we have determined the equation for delta h, so then this force will be directly proportional to delta h. So if we put a proportionality constant, so then force will be equal to k delta h, right? So I can write it here as well, so it will be k delta h into d, right? So what will be the perpendicular distance of this vertical force? So this distance, this OA distance is the perpendicular distance. So if I write that this is D, so this OA distance of length of this triangle is the perpendicular distance of this force, right? So this D is what? This D is AT cos of theta, right? So I can write. So I will write moment about O. This will be K delta H. And what is delta H? This is the general equation. So I will write AT sine of theta minus 40 into AT cos of theta. AT cos of theta, right? So this is the general equation of moment in terms of theta, right? And this is the proportionality constant. So now when we multiply this, so what we will get? We will write moment about O. So then it will be, when I multiply this K with this and then with this, so what we will get? We will get 6400 K cos of theta sine of theta, right? So I have multiplied this AT with AT, so 6400 K cos of theta and sine of theta. And then I will write minus 40 into AT, so 3200 cos of theta and also this K, right? So I have to write 3200 K cos of theta, right? So this is the general equation. Now it is said that we need to find the theta for the maximum moment, right? So when the moment is maximum, so then if we take the derivative of this moment with respect to theta and equate it to 0, so then at that point that moment will be maximum, right? And that theta will give us the maximum moment, right? So we need to take the derivative of this equation, right? So if I take the derivative of this moment with respect to theta, so then 6400 K is constant, right? So I will write 6400 K. It will be D by D theta cos of theta sine of theta. Again minus 3200 K is constant and D by D theta cos of theta, right? So then what will be the derivative? So it will be 6400 K and this will be cos of theta, and the derivative of sine of theta is cos theta, so it will become cos square theta, right? And then plus, and then sine of theta, and the derivative of cos of theta is minus sine, right? So I will make it square and then I will put minus sine here, right? So this will be cos square theta minus sine square theta, and then here it will be minus 3200 K, and the derivative of cos of theta is minus sine theta, so this will become plus sine of theta, right? If I use this identity, cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1, so then cos square theta will be equal to 1 minus sine square theta, right? So then dm naught by d theta will be equal to 6400 K, and if I replace this cos square theta with this, right, so I will write 1 minus sine square theta minus sine square theta plus 3200 K sine of theta, right? So then I will write 6400 K, and this will be 1 minus 2 sine square theta, right, plus 3200 sine of theta, and then I will write 6400 K minus 6400 into 2, 12800 sine square theta, right? So then plus 3200 sine of theta, right? So this is dm naught by d theta. To find theta for maximum moment, we will equate this to equal to 0, right? So let me write this, arrange this. So if I write sine square theta plus 3200 sine of theta, and here we have missed K, so there is K as well, right? So this is K, so this is also K sine of theta, right? And this is plus 6400 K equal to 0, right? So now if we divide this whole equation, there is also K, this is K, right? So when we divide this whole equation by 3200 K, right? So this is 3200 K. So when I divide this, so then we get minus 4 sine square theta plus sine of theta plus 2, right? So this will be the equation, final equation. So now if I say that, let's suppose that t is equal to sine of theta, so then this will be minus 4t square plus t plus 2 equals to 0. So then this is a quadratic equation, right? Quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation in variable t, where t is sine of theta, right? So let me write it here. So it will be minus 4t square plus t plus 2, right, equal to 0. Find t, we will use the quadratic equation. So this will be t is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? So in this equation, so if we write, this will be a t square plus bt plus c, right? So b is 1, right? So I will write minus 1 plus minus 1 whole square minus 4, a is minus 4, right? And c is 2 divided by 2 into minus 4, right? So what we will get? We will get minus 1 plus minus 1, and this will be plus 32, and this will be minus 8. So then this equals to minus 1 plus minus under the root 33 divided by 8, right? So these are the two solutions, minus 8, right? So there are two solutions. One is t1, which is equal to minus 1 plus under the root 33 divided by minus 8, and the other root is t2, minus 1 minus under the root 33 divided by minus 8, right? So if we multiply and divide minus 1, so what we will get? We will get 1 minus under the root 33 divided by 8, and here if we multiply and divide this by this fraction by minus 1, so what we will get? We will get 1 plus under the root square root 33 divided by 8, right? So these are the two solutions. So now if I write that sine of theta 1, right, so it will be 1 minus under the root 33 divided by 8, and sine of theta 2 is equal to 1 plus under the root 33 divided by 8, right? So theta 1 will be equal to sine inverse 1 minus square root 33 divided by 8, and theta 2 will be equal to 1 plus square root 33 divided by 8, right? Sine inverse. So when we solve this, so theta 1 is 57.5 and theta 2 is minus 36.4, right? So as we have seen using their triangle, so if I draw their triangle again, so this was theta, right? So as we can see that this theta is between 0 and 90 degrees, right? So this theta can't be negative, right? So this is the solution for this problem. So this theta, when theta is equal to 57.5, the moment of that vertical force will be maximum on this cam mechanism, right? So this is that theta for which the moment will be maximum. So this is the solution of this problem.